Well, he's growing. He's growing as a player. He's got to play more football. And so the best way to get that done is to this whole fall camp is give him more reps, get him ready. He certainly has the talent now to be able to play 35 plays in a game is going to be critical. And that's what we're trying to get him ready for. And in a minute, he can go from one place to 30 plays. So I think he's done a great job thus far. He's a young player, strong, powerful, but there's still some growth there that we see that we can continue to develop.
What was it that he did from year one to year two that makes him a part of the conversation?
I think he's stronger. He's in better shape. His weight is down, and it's what is really critical. He's in better conditioning. And so when you get all those components together, you get a chance to, you get a chance to really do something special. So that's where he is. So he's done a great job to take care of himself. He did a great job in the weight room in the off season. And so now it's about playing football.
Actually, this spring about time on the road, you said he was a guy who's coming on. Is he still coming on? Is he still coming on?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. You can see the change. He's gotten much stronger than the day he walked in here. And Coach Mick and his staff has done a great job of getting him ready. And so you see a really athletic player that you thought you had coming in. Now you're starting to see that develop from baseball now to football. And so he's making great improvement.
Back in 19, you had 6 guys on that interior that you can maybe count on and kind of rotate in there. And I know it's fluctuated since then. Do you think you have that number heading into 2024 with obviously the time Blake brings to the table?
Yeah, we're still building it. I think the ends are solid. I think there are 5 ends we have coming back. Mix is really good there. We'll try to find another piece to go along with those guys. I think the inside guys is, we could probably get 6 out of that group. We just got to wait and see. Have to go forward. So we would like to have 4 if we can going into the season, plus a 5th guy, give us a 6th, 7th guy who can go with us, who can play 2 positions. But we're still building that right now as we go.
How many do you think you have right now outside of the 2 vets?
Excuse me?
How many guys do you think right now are
I think ready to go, probably 5 guys ready to go right now. That's 6 guys we'll still push them a little bit to get ready. But I think we can play with 5, with a guy can play both positions, so give us like 7 guys if we can move 1 guy to play nose and 3 technique. Yeah.
What do you like about Jason going through his first football season?
Jason's a much stronger player than he was coming as a freshman. I think that's the biggest thing, right? And he's got mentally, he's always been really smart, picking the playbook up. And the biggest thing, these guys just playing football. I think that's the key, and that's why in the fall we kind of soaked him a lot. Gave him over 300 some plays so far because he's got to get ready to play. You can't do that unless you play reps, and he's done a great job improving. You can see the improvement in him.
That 6th guy on the edge, is the guy he's pushing to be that guy?
Well, you got Ezra and Josh Mickens had a great camp. He's come out of nowhere, really worked hard, put on 30 pounds, 20, 30 pounds to get bigger, and he's had a great camp. So we can't say that that's going to be. I think those 2 guys will be in the mix as we go forward.
Mitchell's been a guy who's flashed but been hurt so much of his time. Now that he's healthy, what does he think he needs to do to consistently come do that?
Yeah, just stay healthy. He's got all the skill sets. He can rush the passer, he can play the run much better. He's much bigger. He's 262, 63, which before he was struggling to put weight on. So now you see a guy who can just play 3 downs down, opposed to go for the 3rd down. And he's had a great camp. He really has a great camp. He's been focused, locked in, and that's what we want to see. He's going to be a great addition to our unit.
You said 35 snaps for Caden. Are you looking for like a 50-50 split among the 1s and 2s?
Yeah, not a 50-50 split, but if you play a 6-play game, you like to see him get 25 of those plays. That's what you like to see happen. And at different parts of the game, you like to see him get those kind of plays. And that's what he's got to get ready for. But, he 1 play from going to 60 if something happens. So he's got to get ready, if not to play 10 plays, he got to get ready to play 25 or more. And that's what we train him for right now. Yeah.
You've talked in the past about how important it is for your defensive tackles not just occupy blockers but be disruptive. How much does that change in the course of your career? Is that a philosophical change? And how important is it to have those guys be able to make plays and not just occupy guys?
I think what Tyleek and, you have to appreciate what Tyleek and Ty did last season in the middle. If you go back and watch the videotape, those guys did a great job of managing the middle. They really played really well inside. And so what you want to get out of that guy, you want to get pass rushers too. So you don't want to take those guys off the field. Like, Tyleek can rush the passer, and then Ty, we got to get Ty to rush the passer also. So that's the thing I think is important. If you can find a guy who can rush the passer, play the run, then you got a bonus on 3rd down. You can leave that big guy in the game and rush the passer.
We've talked about the sack numbers last year, middle of the pack national, which I know not great. How much of a priority is it? But you also want to do it within the context of your defense. The goal isn't just sacks.
Yeah, we're not chasing sacks. We're just chasing an opportunity to get a W, first of all. But I think the most important thing in the contents of our defense, how we play. We have to play in confinement our defense. You know what I mean? If we can do that and play really well, then, you know, I mean, I'm okay with that. You know, not worrying about the sacks. That's just a number to me. Is winning games have a chance to affect the quarterback, throwing the ball. Always a 3-step, 5-step, 7-step. How can we affect them? Is that get our hands matching the hands that we're knocking them down? Those are things that change the game also.
So were you more or less satisfied with the sack total in the context of last year's defense, or were there things that
You're never satisfied, right? You never get satisfied where you're at. You got to continue to improve. And I think our guys have done a great job this spring, understanding this fall, understanding exactly what we got to do to rush the passer. But it really depends on the offense, right? Offense can come in the game and say, we're not going to let these guys rush. We're going to put the ball. I can't control that. What we can do is control the throw, put our hands up, match the hand. Hopefully we can get a shot, get a hit on them, right? Or we get a team that's just going to run the ball. You know, so it really depends on the game. And if we can get going, I think we have a chance to have good pass rushers.
What is the joy of coaching a veteran defensive front, and what is the challenge?
I think the joy is the fact that those guys, the older guys, now have someone to look up to. You know, a year ago, we didn't have that. You know, they didn't have a guy to set the bar. Now the Jacks, the JTs, the Tyleek, and have really done a great job of setting the bar for the younger players. So that's the bonus for me. So now you can lean on the veterans to help move the young guys. You know what I mean? Now the key is to stay consistent as a unit, as a group. And that's the biggest key to me. Can we stay consistent? Can we play it really hard? You know, people say we have talent. Talent is only a small part of what we have to do. It's the ability to play hard. And playing hard and big tough will override talent in a day. And I firmly believe that. And so now to get those guys to play really hard and run to the ball every play, every snap. And that's what we're training right now, to make sure they understand the importance of that.
You brought up the hand thing a lot. While we were it seemed like Tyleek did that probably more exceptional than most defensive tackles do.
Yeah.
How much of that is like a natural ability he has versus like the stuff that you guys are teaching?
Well, we do both. You know, I mean, he's got a knack for it, but we do train that. You call it matching the hand. We do drills every Tuesday, takeaway drill. That's part of our drill sequence. But he's got a good sense of eye-hand coordination, finding the ball is coming out, and sometimes that's the best rush. To me, those are sacks when you can deflect the ball and turn it into an interception. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's something we train, and he's got a great feel for it.
Did you challenge Ty this offseason as far as becoming a better pass rusher? And is that something that you've seen him grow at? Because you just said that Tyleek obviously can do it really well.
Yeah.
You need a guy on the interior who can do it.
We challenge them all. It's just not one guy. You know, we don't train just one guy. We train all 4 or 16 do the same concept. So I think everyone has to improve pass rush. We don't take Ty to the side and say, we're just going to work on this. He's part of our unit, part of what we do. And I think he's proven to do that. He's strong, he's powerful. He just come into his toolbox, what makes him more effective rushing the passer from a nose guard. It's a tough position to rush the passer from a nose guard because you're going to get slide, you're going to get double a lot. So he'd get lost in the midst of rushing the passer. But you leave him one-on-one, he's got a chance to change the game.
There, Caden was talking about how he and KJ have kind of helped each other throughout the last 3 years, really.
Mm-hmm.
How have you seen them push each other really this offseason?
Yeah, it's been fun. I think they're ones. I don't tell those guys they're twos. They're ones. They got to be ready to play a lot of football for us because they've done a great job. Really have. And Mitch is the same boat. You know, we have 5 men I think really can walk in and play any point of the game. We're not worried about what they're going to do because you trust them.
You mentioned
couple more questions,
You mentioned
folks.
Mitchell's weight gain. Like, is there a difference now than even last year in terms of him being that full-fledged defensive end when he was a guy who started as a linebacker?
Oh, no doubt about it. You put on an extra 30 pounds, you're 260, now you can play the run better. You know, I mean, he's going to play in a 6 technique, play on top of tight end. And he's got to be able to do that. That's the thing I think he's improved most of all, and that's from the strength game. And he feels really confident where he's at right now. So he's a bonus. He really is. He's done a great job. I can't speak enough about him.
Larry, what does the secondary like this do for you and your defensive line?
Oh, no doubt. You know, rushing and covers work together. You know what I mean? You got a great secondary, play man-to-man, get him to hold the ball a little bit. Certainly help us a lot. It gets to the quarterback, and I think the guys in the back end have done a great job doing that.
Does that change any of your messaging or coaching points in camp, or is that more of a week-to-week and game preparation type of
No,
thing?
it's every day. You know, it's an everyday process you go through every day. We got to rush the passer whether they're covering or not, which I know they will. But you know, getting there is really key. You know, can we defect? Can we change the throw? Make interceptions in the back end? I think that's important. We try not to look behind us. You know what I mean? We try to make sure our eyes are focused on what we can do up front. We never turn around and say, oh, he caught a ball. That's on us. You know, that's on us. And that's the way we approach it.
I'm looking for a fresh quote. I asked you this in the spring a little bit, but a different way. What is it about the Hamilton brothers that they come on is there the longer they stay in college? What
Yeah.
what have you put together that's common between the two?
Nothing different. Just it's a process, right? Everybody goes through a process, and then I think Devon and Ty is kind of different but same. But they've gone to a great, both great students, and really understand the importance of what they want to do. And I think Ty came back because he realized that I got some unfinished business, and I think that's just it's remarkable that he's still here because he's done a great job for us.
What is the luxury of having two defensive tackles that played a lot, like Tyleek, Ty, or the TNT brothers, whatever they're going by today? What is the luxury of that for a defense? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, no
You
doubt.
get that every day.
That's right. That's right. It makes us better. If you can stop the run from the inside out, man, you got a chance to be real special in defense. So those guys do a great job. Their hats, hands, and their physicality in the line of scrimmage, and that makes a difference for it. It makes our ends job easier. We have the guy who can manage the middle.
What do you think of that nickname?
What's that?
TNT.
I'm not sold on TNT yet. I still like the Rushman. So.
With Jack being named a captain, how have you seen him continue to grow into this leader?
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. He really has. He's been different. I can say in a lot of ways. He's focused. He really locked into what he wants to be. He wants to be a great player, and every day he has to feel that's where you practice. So to be a captain and be a local guy, that's pretty special.
How special was it being part of that moment and doing it to his parents?
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. It really was. Get a chance to talk to Michelle and Lyle. Just understand how important it is to be captains. They both cried. Their dad was just really unbelievable and real grateful. And Jack thanked them. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, what a great honor.
Bill Landis, last question.
Larry, I've heard Mitchell's pass rushing style described as unique.
Yeah.
How would you describe how it goes
We
about
call it playing basketball on grass. You know what I mean? That's what he has. He has that crossover move in basketball that Irish used to have. So he can put you to sleep. You know what I mean? Just in his move and his head moving. So he's done a great job. I mean, he really does. So he's unique, but he's fast. He's coming. He really is. So looking forward to what he does.
I know you guys are proud of the work you always put into developing that pass rushing toolbox. How much freedom does a guy like Mitchell have to freelance every now and then and tap into some of the stuff?
Well, it depends what defensive scheme we're in. You allow him to do that a little bit. You're going to try to let him do that, take advantage of his skill set, cover for him. So we can let him go and cover with the nose guard or tackle so he can get inside. And so we may do a little bit of that, let those guys go play a little bit, have some fun. Yep.
Coach, thank you very much.
You got it. You got it.